When I tell you that I'm tired, I am putting it in the most light fashion I can. I am so exhausted. I'm done, hopefully for the last time, with any sort of step exam. And you know, now we're gonna just see how it goes. I was so nervous when I was finishing it up though. It was really fast for me, the second part in the second day. The first day was really stressful. I'm just happy it's over at this point. I went from like, oh, I want to get a score to like, I don't get the score. I left the exam and I felt like I don't even know what to do with myself at this point, because like, now what? Every like part of medicine is like you're waiting for the next shoe to drop. I am so tired. But you know, the show must go on. And you know, I'm happy that I have now the time and energy to dedicate to reading and like coming home from work and doing whatever I want. So anyways, now's a good time as ever to say that I am actually going to start reading Dawn of Onyx. I decided to start with this. This is for the Who Did This to You book club. Also, it was like, I'm like kind of on a quest to read the romantasy books that were nominated this year under the romantasy tag, because I already read one of them and I was surprised at how not romantasy it was. So I am very interested to see how this one plays out in comparison. And this one actually, in the blurb, it talks about the fact that it is like a romantasy book. It literally says 2023 romantasy Goodreads Choice Awards nominee, the breakout TikTok fantasy romance, now with special bonus content, bonus material. This is like from my library. I got the audiobook because I'm a library girly. I also have the Kindle version, but I decided this is gonna be my audiobook for this week because, you know, one finishes audiobooks much faster. Especially I like to use them while I'm driving or I am doing chores around my house, which I tend to be always doing chores around my house. Basically what Dawn of Onyx is about, and I don't know much, again, if you're new here, you'll know that I like to go into books completely blind, but this book is basically about a girl that she ends up kind of trading her life for her brother's life when her brother is captured by a rival kingdom and she has to try to like get her way out. She has like a trusty sidekick, not sidekick, but like love interest or whatever, like a guy that she can't stand supposedly. I'm sure that that's love interest though, like I'm positive, because it's also like they always talk about the fact that they're charming and stuff. So she has this lovely sidekick that's gonna help her get out, and she needs to rely on him to get out because the woods around the Onyx Kingdom, which is where she's trapped, are dangerous. So I think that's gonna be fun. It is a pretty short audiobook. It's only 12 hours. When did like these books become so long? I'm now just getting ready for filming my 2023 book haul. I've never filmed a book haul on my channel because I try not to buy books, but I've failed so miserably that I need to show it before I go on a complete book buying ban, and have to do it before the sun comes down. So I should have expected that after my exam I'd be kind of like blah, but I was a bit blah. Back on my groove, I'm trying to get back into it, and I think that the thing that has surprised me most is now having free time. I think that since I'm on a rotation that's not as intense in terms of my time as previous ones, I feel like I'm trying to refine my hobbies and refine, you know, things. So I've just been booking things, and today I'm gonna have like my own date night. This weekend is kind of like a weekend dedicated to me, a weekend of self-love and care, and where I really get out of my comfort zone to do things by myself, because I can sometimes be afraid of doing those things. So I'm going to be going to a workout class, which that one thankfully I am not going by myself, but after the workout class I booked a movie theater. I'm going to go to the movies and I'm going to be going to see The Boy and the Heron. I've spent the day kind of cleaning, cooking, and just, you know, gathering my home, which had been a bit messy in the interim of me taking my exam, but you know, everything's coming together and I've just been nesting, but like, you know, not because I'm expecting anything, just because like it's the winter. I'm like a bear going into hibernation. I've just been hibernating, preparing my, not nest, what is it they call it? Burrow? I don't know, it's on the screen right now. But anyways, my cave, I don't really know. But anyways, I have been reading Dawn of Onyx, and I have to say, like, this is a very entertaining book. I'm reading the audiobook and I have like the Kindle version. I like to, when I'm like in bed and stuff, I just like to have the Kindle version because I read it faster than I can listen to it. It's written really easy, and also, you know, the little remote thing really helps. But I am really liking it. So our main character, I was really confused about how she ended up in the Onyx Kingdom from the description. So basically what happens with her is that when her brother is sent to the military of her kingdom, which is the Amber Kingdom, he ends up stealing something from the Onyx Kingdom and they come hunting him down. Due to mischance, she ends up being taken in exchange for her brother because her brother's nowhere to be found. They take her instead, especially because she has this like special healing ability that is very different from anything that we've seen before, and I think that she has very interesting backgrounds. So I feel like we're gonna find out more about her heritage. She doesn't have a father in the picture, so my idea, like right now, I'm hypothesizing that he's a fae, and that's why she has this weird power, because she said that witches and warlocks don't have a power like hers, which is like kind of comes from herself. So yeah, we're gonna see where it goes. The main love interest, which is the king, which I did not think he was gonna be the king because in the description, it sounds like the king's a really bad guy. Well, the king, he is there. It was kind of like a chance meeting, and I'm really interested to see how their dynamic plays out. I think that there's more than meets the eye with this king, so I'm currently on chapter 11, 35% through the book, and he already said the thing of like, who did this to you? And I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. You know, we're just gonna continue, see how it goes. Hello, so this has been the week of me doing things by myself. Yesterday I went for the first time ever to a movie by myself, which is really good. It was Boy and the Heron, and today I'm going to an art festival by myself. This is our Basel weekend in Miami. I have tickets and I was like trying to find someone to go with and I couldn't find anyone to go with, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna like not go just because I don't have anyone to go with. So, you know, finding my own independence. I've also been reading. I'm at 53% of Dawn of Onyx, and that's the best thing about audiobooks. Like, I'm gonna be in this art like festival thing with my earbuds on, and at least one on. I don't like to wear two on in public, but at least one earpod on, looking at the art and also listening to my smutty audiobooks. I have to say, I'm liking it. I feel like I don't understand like why he's so obsessed with her. By he, I mean like the love interest. I don't want to say who it is because like, you know, it might be a little bit of a spoiler, but I have liked overall the book and I have liked what's happening. It is very much that romantasy. This one definitely is a romantasy versus the other one that was like a fantasy romance, which is the Foxglove King. That's the one I read before this. But yeah, let's just go in, have fun, and I'll take you along with me. I just like have to not feel so awkward like filming in public. Hello, I am back in my abode and I had a nice time. I hadn't done something like that in a really long time in terms of just like, you know, I'm trying to be an independent girly and do things by myself even though they're scary. So I had a nice time. It was really cool to see all the artwork. There was so many people. I was actually really surprised like there was so many people. I know that it is a big event, but I don't remember in years past when I've been that it has been so full, so I was like shocked. So now I'm just trying to upload today's video and I actually have basically finished. I have like I'm at like 95% of Dawn of Onyx, so I feel comfortable with saying that like I finished the book and like I can give my thoughts on it. I will say, like the one thing I don't like about romantasy books, and let me know if this is just like a me thing, is when the stakes are supposedly so high and like the main character or the main love interest is like a king or some like really important person in the government system, and they're just like spending all their time like worrying about this one girl instead of their kingdom. And I don't know, I just like don't love that. I like don't love that. Like, don't you have more important things to do? At least that's how I would feel if I was the main character in this book, the heroine, because like, don't you have more important things to do than to be like dealing with me? Like, please go save your kingdom. I'm not that important. I saw like the twist coming up. I feel like I'm still missing the second twist, which has to do with who what's her name, Arwen. I think that's the main character's name, who Arwen is. Let me make sure that I think it's Arwen. I don't know why I don't know the name. Yeah, Arwen. I was right. I kept thinking Amren, like the one from A Court of Thorns and Roses. But anyways, yeah. I think that that is like for me the one thing that just makes it like, ugh. But you know, it is what it is. It is a romantasy book. I think that this book's like squarely lands at like a 3-star. Like it's enjoyable, but definitely not a favorite. I don't know if I'll pick up the next book. But you know, it was a good time reading it. And like the tension and like there's even some scenes of fluff with that, which I always appreciate. I don't usually expect that in like my traditionally published or like my published works. It's usually more of a fanfic thing because that's what fanfic is for the fluff. But you know, we've had some fluff and now everything's falling apart in the book, which is what we expect at the end of the book. And we'll see what happens. But I think this is a good place to end this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one for Bookmas. I'm really excited because you know what we're picking up next, Iron Flame. So stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.